Yeah, wonderful day it is. Another time to talk about the top stories making rounds in the world of sport, but it doesn't feel good at all. On Sunday was a really, really sad day for Nigerians. Bad day, devil drink water. That was what Sunday was. You can translate that to Yoruba. Bad day, devil drink water. That was what Sunday feels like. Nigeria will not be at the World Cup next year. Until date, till now, I cannot believe that is happening. I cannot believe that is happening. It was one of the most painful defeats I've watched Nigeria, get. One of the most painful defeats I've witnessed since I've been watching the Super Eagles play. Not as painful as losing the AFCON final in 2023. Yeah, 2024 rather. Not as painful as that. I mean, losing to Ivory Coast in the finals. Not as painful, as missing out at the World Cup in 2022 against Ghana. Not as painful as that. But losing to Congo, Congo, not to disrespect them, but it's a big slap. It's a big slap that the supposed giants of Africa lost to Congo in a crucial playoff game. And they didn't just lose to Congo, they were outplayed by Congo. Second half, I was looking for it felt like we are giving two red cards. It felt like Nigeria had two red cards in that game because it's just it wasn't normal the way Congo were playing us, especially at extra time. I was praying, God, I beg, may this thing just enter penalty shootout. It was really that tough for Nigeria. It is what it is. It was what it was. We did what we did, and we got what we got. What next? One question that we've asked over a million times in Nigeria. What next for the Super Eagles? What next? What next? What next? What next? Once again, welcome on board. We'll talk about this extensively on the show and then get to talk about the CAF Awards. We also get to talk about the fact that Gabriel Magalish, the Arsenal defender, could be out until January. Not a good news for Arsenal fans. But guess what? They've got a Muscara. One man who Arsenal fans have been praising like he's the best in the world. Trust Arsenal fans to do to hype their players. All right, I am Kenny Bamidele, and I have someone. Yes, it was on the last edition where we had fun talking about previewing the Nigeria match against Congo and talk about the game against Gabon. And of course, it's going to be here this evening. Kolade Omotosho joins me on the program today. Kolade, welcome on board. It's good to
Yeah,
have you here. How you doing?
I'm very well. Good evening. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, good to have you. How does it feel? We're out of the World Cup contention.
Yeah, it feels like justice served. It feels like poetic justice because for me, we didn't deserve to have even been in the playoffs to start with.
Wow.
If not, Cavs are Adabra, deducting 6 points from some teams, and we found
Yeah.
somehow we found our way there, and it looked like we didn't appreciate the fact that we're given an opportunity to have a second bite at the cherry. Do not forget that
Yeah.
when the play, in fact, some of our top players did not even get there until Wednesday when they had a match against Gabon on Thursday. And getting there on Wednesday, they still
Yeah.
did not train at 5 p.m. They went strike, they were even threatening not to play the game and all of that. I thought I said it here
Yeah.
that the players were making it look like if Nigeria misses the World Cup, it's the loss is on Nigeria entirely. That they didn't stand anything to lose. And I was saying that a lot of those players, by just two of them, have not been to the World Cup before. They've not even tasted the World Cup. And for
Yeah.
those that understand, the World Cup is the biggest footballing showpiece in the world and an
Right.
opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to showcase your talent. Every four
Yeah.
years, you got it's the dream of every player. And saw a
Yeah.
team was literally dead and buried.
Mhm.
But somehow, they resurrected and they were given another opportunity at life. And yet again, they threw it away. Against Gabon, that 4-1 flattered us. The same way we tapered and just disappeared in the second half. I think against
Yeah.
Congo, our disappearance was even earlier. Against Gabon, we
Yeah.
totally the second half. We handed them the initiative.
Yeah.
They were asking all of the questions. But I think the superior quality that we had saw us through,
Yeah.
and we were deceived by that 4-1. So we thought that we could take apart a Congo that
Yeah.
prior to against Nigeria, they are not considered any goal in 3 games, which meant that they were really solid. So we played them, they would, steamroll them, railroad them, just walk over like they didn't exist, and they showed us pepper. We scored clearly for 4th minute. You expect that was enough to the afraid nerves, calm us down, and allow us, put pepper in their eyes. But we didn't do that, and they equalized. And the moment, in fact, after we scored, it was like we handed initiatives to asking all of the questions. And something I found fascinating about them was the way they were moving the ball around. They were so confident. It was like prime Barcelona playing on African soil. I couldn't believe it. And
it felt like Real Madrid against Real Zaragoza.
I'm telling you, like the Super Eagles were totally clueless. You could see the Super Eagles winning the ball back in defense, and the only thing they were doing was win the ball back and kick it long for Osimhen to chase. And what sort of style is this one? What sort of style? Against when Chelsea played Sunderland, and Sunderland scored that last goal, I said something. I said, I've seen different types of marking. There is shadow marking, there is man marking, there is zonal marking. But Chelsea showed me something I've never seen. It is called invisible marking. That was what Chalobah was doing. That. So I didn't understand what the Super Eagles were doing in terms of strategy. How we just kick the ball long and allow Osimhen to chase. And so for me, people said, "Oh, Congo forced a penalty." No, in that case, Nigeria actually forced a penalty. It was like we were just living by the skin of our teeth. It was like we were just striving to just push the game as long as possible. Because Congo, you could see that they didn't want penalties. They were trying to win it in normal time, extra time. And when it was obvious that Nigeria was just holding out for penalties, what did they do? They brought in a goalkeeper, which meant that they had a strategy. If we play to win it in normal time, if it extended to extra time, their strategy. If it gets to penalty, their strategy. What was our own strategy? Vibes and inshallah. Nothing.
Okay,
and of course, the better team won. Even look at our penalty. Even look at those we expected to score our penalties. Calvin Bassey, who has never taken a penalty in his life. If they could bring in a goalkeeper to save a penalty, why didn't our own coach bring in a certain Troost Ekong to score a penalty for us? I mean, it's what it is.
I'm thinking the reason why Troost Ekong didn't even play, maybe it could be a punishment from the fact that he spoke. It was the one leading the social media balls as regards the team not being paid and giving the update saying that why would they come? I'm just thinking that could be the reason why Troost Ekong didn't get.
I think the only thing Troost Ekong did at the playoff was he initiated the strike and he called it off. Finish. That was all he came to.
Yeah, and maybe he's being punished for speaking up for the boys as regards the unpaid, the unresolved, allowances issues that time. But I want to ask you one thing. Eric Sekou, the Nigerian coach, said something after the game. He said he saw someone from the technical crew doing a voodoo while the penalty was about to be taken. Do you think that voodoo worked against Nigeria that day?
I don't even understand. What does it mean? What was he talking about? If you are talking about voodoo, 6 penalties were played. They lost 3, if I'm right. They scored 3. No, they lost 2. They scored 4. Nigeria lost 3. We scored 3. And that was how the game was. So, Nwabali saved 2 penalties. So, what are they talking about? Their goalkeeper saved 3 penalties. So, what are they talking about? What exactly are they talking about? So for me, I think water. Yeah.
Do you think there's anything like voodoo in football?
I don't. Well, it's superstition. Just the same way, if you go to court and you are trying to argue voodoo, nobody's going to listen to you. The court does not recognize voodoo. If it's not backed up in science, it does not recognize it. So the same thing with football. Nobody. When growing up, we grew up with this fairy tale of, Nigeria played India beat us 101, You know that
It
anytime
was
they
99-1. 99-1.
yeah, like anytime they kick the ball will turn into the head of a lion. The goalkeeper will
You know,
run
you
away
know,
from the.
you know, Kolade, I actually believe that growing up. I believe that growing up that anytime I see
Almost,
anywhere India, I say
almost,
India, I begin to run. India, no.
almost everybody. Almost everybody.
Okay. Now, uh, someone said something. I find it really funny that the Super Eagles, the NFF should write a case to CAS, right? That Congo used voodoo to beat
How do you
the NFF to write a case to CAS, the Court of Appeal of Sport, that Congo used voodoo to beat us, that they might possibly give the case to Nigeria. What do you think about this?
how would you even prove voodoo? That's the point. How would you prove voodoo? Will you say that you stopped your players from kicking the ball properly or what? How
Or
would
maybe
you
when
prove
he was about to kick the ball, he saw lion in between the sticks, and he had to just play.
they play?
It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot being said. Actually, it's a whole lot being said. But let's talk about Osimhen, right? I want to hear what you think. Osimhen is more like the old player that play with so much passion, so much grit when it comes to the national team. In terms of the class, I mean, the class of strikers we have across the globe, from Robert Lewandowski to Erling Haaland, to Kylian Mbappe, to I was going to mention Darwin Nunez, but he's now in Saudi Arabia, to Alexander Isak. Where do you think Osimhen rank in the class of these strikers?
You want to put me on the spotlight. I've said it repeatedly, and you know where I stand. Osimhen is a decent striker, above average, but it's not world class. The numbers do not align. When he was in the Serie A, he played 3 seasons in the Serie A. It was only once that he scored over 20 goals. And that was the season he helped them win the Scudetto. When he was leaving, and it was obvious that Napoli wanted to get rid of him at all costs, how many top clubs came his way? You would argue that, oh, the money, blah, 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 blah. Like 5-6 different strikers moved clubs in the summer. Alexander Isak left Newcastle, joined Liverpool. Ekitike left, Eintracht Frankfurt, joined Liverpool. Voltemade left, I think Stuttgart, joined Newcastle. Benjamin Sesko left RB Leipzig, joined Manchester United. Victor Gyökeres left Sporting Lisbon, joined Arsenal. Johan Wissa left Brentford, joined Newcastle. Strikers moved. How come nobody looked in the direction of Osimhen? Yes, there were news that
Galatasaray signed Osimhen permanently.
You said?
Galatasaray signed Osimhen permanently, so he moved from Napoli to Galatasaray permanently.
Now, all those players I mentioned, they obviously moved to the Premier League, right? It was a step up for them. Will you actually say that moving from Napoli to Galatasaray is a step up or step down for Osimhen?
I mean, whether step up or step down, he took a step,
He took a step and he steps down. Every other player I mentioned moved to the Premier League, and arguably the Premier League is the best league in the world. So
but what Osimhen did, he scored about 37 goals in all competitions for them last season. I stand corrected. He scored about 37 goals for them. He won the championship for them. He won the Turkish Cup for them. He's got evidence to back it up.
Galatasaray is the 9th rated league in Europe. There is something called European Golden Shoe. For players in the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, and Bundesliga, 1 goal equals 1 goal. For others, in the Dutch league, I think 2 goals equals a goal. European. Yeah. In the Turkish league, it's 4 goals to 1 coefficient. So what does that tell you? If you are playing in Galatasaray, you are not any different from playing in Saudi Arabia.
But saying that Osimhen is not world class, I think is actually not. I won't subscribe to that, because we have seen Osimhen. We saw him play. We saw him play with Napoli.
You don't have to subscribe to that.
He was the top scorer in Italian Serie A.
I just told you now that numbers do not lie, and it's all about numbers. He spent 3 seasons in the Serie A. He only scored about 20 goals in one season. What does that tell you? Anybody can have a flash in the pan kind season. There was a season Adebayo scored 30 Premier League goals. Does that make Adebayo a world-class striker? No, because he lacked that consistency. Do you get it? He lacked that consistency.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
You don't have to get it because it looks like you're wearing your sentimental and
it's not about being sentimental now, right? If you say that Osimhen is the only world cup,
the numbers, enough sincerity. When you are talking about world-class striker, you mentioned Erling Haaland, who has done it everywhere. He was at Leipzig, he was turning it anyhow. He went to Dortmund. Dortmund were not the best team in the La Liga. In the Bundesliga. But Haaland proved himself as one of the best strikers there. He came to Man City. He has been doing it back. Look at Norway. The guy has, I think, 36 goals in 33 international matches for Norway. That is staggering. Osimhen doesn't come close. Look at Lewandowski. You can look at the track record from his Dortmund days to when he went to Bayern. Even at Barcelona, even at 33, you can see what he's doing. Look at Mbappe. Look at the numbers. So for me, it's about numbers. I have no personal argument with Osimhen, but the truth is the numbers do not show me a world-class striker. What I see is, I didn't call him average. I said above average, but it's not world-class. It's not world-class. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's not world-class.
You know what, Claudia? I want us to take a look at the start of Osimhen, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Our viewers would actually get to understand what we're talking about here. With Sporting Taroy in the Belgian Pro League, in the 2018-2019 season, he scored 25 goals for them. No, he scored 12 goals for them. 12 goals for them. Then with Lille, he scored 13 goals. That's in the 2019-2020 season. With in the Italian Serie A, with Napoli, he scored 10 goals, scored 14 goals the following season, scored 26 goals the following season, and then scored 15 goals, which means that within 2018 and 2023, he scored 65 goals. I mean, talk about league goals for these teams. And if you look at his time with Galatasaray, he scored 26 league goals for them. That was last season. And his total career goal is 119 goals for leagues. I mean, in the league, right? Not like total.
How many appearances?
In 219 appearances. That is for Osimhen. But one thing that he has done since playing for Sporting Taro is at double digits every single season. And I don't know when you talk about numbers. I know men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. I get it. But when you talk about numbers, he's got the numbers in terms. Okay, he probably does not have the Haaland numbers. Haaland can score 40 goals in the league. And in fact, if Haaland, the way Haaland is going to probably be scoring 48 goals by the end of this season, maybe not. But I mean, getting to average double digit every season, I mean, per season, is actually a very good one for a striker that has not been able to play in a team. See, if you're still going to speak. I'm coming. You're still going to speak. If Osimhen plays for Man City, right now, we know Osimhen will even be scoring more than Haaland. Because Haaland does not do the work that Osimhen, the work he does.
He will not play for Man City. He won't. So this idea of if Osimhen was playing,
that's what I'm saying. That if
you see that if cannot happen because City knew he was available when they went to buy Mamouche. Did they not know? Chelsea knew Osimhen was available.
Is more like an attack.
Liverpool knew Osimhen was available. They went to buy Ekitike. What does that tell you? So all this if does not work. What's the meaning of if? If the club did not sign, so why are you saying if? You get it?
No. I'm just trying to do some comparison right now. See, if again, whether you like it or not. Wait.
Tell me, is Osimhen a better finisher than Haaland?
If I'm to make a choice right now, I'm picking Osimhen over Haaland easily. I'm picking Osimhen over Haaland. It's not negotiable. I told you my reason. The reason why Osimhen over Haaland is the fact that see, this is the reason. Haaland is not an hard worker, and I think football has gotten to the stage that as a striker you have to be involved. Osimhen is losing the ball here. Osimhen is fighting back to get the ball. How many strike? There are times that some people have said that Osimhen needs to be drug tested because the way he plays is not normal. It's not
See,
normal.
I totally disagree with you. When Jose Mourinho went to buy Drogba for his physical attributes, ability to bully players and all of that, he knew what he was looking for. He had a Drogba who was a striker, a Lampard was scoring, was emerging top goal scorer, was competing for the Premier League Golden Boot. He had his strategy. When he had his own Drogba, Barcelona had their own Samuel Eto'o, and Eto'o was scoring goals. If you are a striker, your job, your primary role is put the ball in the back of the net. Nobody is interested in you tracking back and you playing as an auxiliary or a backup central.
It means that
nobody's.
I don't know if you have been watching Harry Kane recently. I think Harry Kane with Bayern Munich. Harry Kane is also one player that we have to talk about because he does the tracking back too.
Kenny, I asked you one simple question. Who is a better finisher, Haaland or Osimhen? Don't give me the story of tracking back. Who is a better finisher, Haaland or Osimhen? Finish.
I said Osimhen. Osimhen is a better finisher than Haaland.
Osimhen is a better finisher than Haaland. How come his numbers don't show that?
Okay, now I mentioned something earlier, which you just keep avoiding that. I said that look at the team Osimhen is playing for. He's playing for Gala.
Why?
You're playing for Gala. He has scored 37 goals in all just a season.
Let me ask you, Kenny,
you're playing in the Turkish league, scored 37 goals. How many strikers? How many strikers has been able to do that in the Turkish league?
Kenny, how many decently top strikers go to the Turkish league at 26?
Now, the reason, now condition make crayfish bend. The reason why Osimhen is playing right now is just because of the Napoli issues, the things that happened that time.
Kenny, that I want you to know is that condition. I asked you, Liverpool were looking for a striker. Liverpool signed 2 strikers. They never negotiated with Osimhen. Chelsea signed João Pedro. They signed 2 strikers. They signed João Pedro. They signed this guy from Leicester. No, from Ipswich. Delap. They didn't sign Osimhen. Yes, we heard that there were talks with Osimhen, but they didn't agree personal terms. But last time they didn't sign him. Arsenal signed the striker. They did never negotiated with Osimhen. Manchester United signed the striker. They never contracted Osimhen. So you telling us that the crayfish is because of the crayfish that bent. That was why he went to Turkey. It's nobody's business. I'm asking you, if you are that good, if you are such a fantastic footballer, if you are such a world-class striker, and all of a sudden you are available in the transfer market, and it is only a club in Turkey that could be serious enough to want you on their books, then something is wrong. You see that your talent is overrated? Yes.
One thing I noticed about Africa.
Today, if Haaland becomes available, how many clubs do you think will be interested?
Few clubs.
Mention the few clubs.
Few clubs. How many clubs can pay Haaland? How many clubs can afford?
Forget personal terms. Forget that one. Haaland is available.
The same thing. Why do you think the clubs don't want to sign with Osimhen? The same reason for the. If Osimhen is on free transfer, there'll be clubs that will be really jostling to sign him.
The only club that backed out because of wages was Chelsea, and that's the only club with documented interest in Osimhen.
Liverpool were interested too. Liverpool were interested. Arsenal were rumored to be.
Liverpool were interested. They never made a bid, did they?
Not really.
Yeah, what is not really? They never made a bid. Leave not really. Don't try to be diplomatic here. Did they make a bid? No. Any interest that does not get as far as making an official bid is nothing but window shopping. So what are you saying? I never said Osimhen every striker. I said Osimhen not world class. What do you even call world class striker loud?
Okay. I want to ask you this question. There is Serhou Guirassy and Osimhen. Who will you pick?
Sergio Guirassy and Osimhen. Sergio Guirassy has better numbers. Consistently. I will pick Sergio Guirassy. He's been consistent.
Over Osimhen.
Yes, Sergio Guirassy has been dropping.
Why is it that we Africans who don't appreciate our own? If Osimhen was an England striker, I'm sure you wouldn't be saying what you're saying. If Osimhen was an England striker, but see, I get the whole point, but there is no
numbers,
how.
Kenny, numbers do not lie.
Numbers. I want to get the stats.
Numbers.
I want to get the stats of Sergio Guirassy, right?
Hakimi, hold on. Achraf Hakimi is African, right? Nobody is in doubt that it's one of, if not the best right back in the world, right? Nobody is arguing it. Achraf Hakimi is world class. The numbers are there. Defensively, offensively, the numbers are there. I am telling you, you can't be scoring 12 goals, 13 goals, 15 goals, and you call yourself a world class striker. Where is it done?
Wait now, the Guirassy that you say has the numbers. Make we analyze them now. 2016, 2017 with FC Cologne, 6 games in the league, no goal. 2017, 2018, 15 games. Wait, first. I started with Osimhen home from 2018. We're talking about Sergio Guirassy. Make I finish. You talk about numbers, senior man. Make I finish. 2018, 2019, 16 games, 2 goals. Now, let's now move to this the League On. We Amiens, he played 13 games in the league, 3 goals. In the next season, 23 games, 9 goals. And in the French League 2, he scored 1 goal, 1 game. Now, with Amiens in the first division, 27 games, he scored 10 league goals. 37 games in the next season, he scored 9 league goals. These are the numbers. Now, okay, with VfB Stuttgart in the 2022 season, he scored 22 games, 11 goals. And of course, the following season, 28 games, 28 goals. And of course, with Borussia Dortmund, 30 games, 31 goals. This season, 9 games, 5 goals, league goals, right? There is no how you tell me. The only thing is that he's played more games than Osimhen. That is 311 games, and he scored 137 goals. And I talked about the fact that Osimhen has scored 119 goals in 200 and, you know.
Kenny.
What are you saying?
Kenny, in the last... Kenny, strikers are of different... Players are of different class. We have early risers.
Here we go again.
Hold on, I will explain. We have early risers, we have late bloomers. From what in the last 3 seasons, Guirassy have been getting the numbers. You agree with me?
No
yes
doubt.
Or no?
No doubt.
That's my point.
Now, so Osimhen, the last 3 seasons for Osimhen, he has not been getting the numbers too.
I just told what you just saw. What you reeled out yourself.
Okay, let's calculate it now.
He played 3 seasons in the Serie A for Napoli. 3 or 4 seasons. He only scored 20 goals and above in 1 season. It's not a world-class number for me.
Okay, now he scored 20 goals with Napoli. He played 3 seasons, 4 seasons with Napoli. He scored 20 goals and above in 1 season. That was 26 goals the season they won the Scudetto, right? And the first season he scored 10, scored 14, scored 26, scored 15. Do you get? In the Italian Serie A, one of the most difficult leagues to play in. We know that. How many strikers did he score 30 goals in the Serie A? How many strikers did he score 30 goals?
Retugi last season, how many goals did he score?
I mean, Retugi plays for Atalanta. And
is Atalanta the best team in the Serie A?
One of the best teams.
How come Retugi posted those numbers?
So are you still going to pick Retugi over Osimhen?
No, I am saying for Retugi, he needs to do it again and again. See, what makes you world class is consistency.
So Osimhen has not been consistent enough.
Sergio Guirassy that we're talking about is what? He's just above average. He's not world class. When we talk about world class, I mentioned my world class strikers to you. Lewandowski.
Last season,
yes.
Retugi scored 25 Serie A goals, not up to the 26 goals Osimhen scored the season and Napoli won the championship. The season before, he scored 7 league goals in 29 games.
That's what I am. That is why I said that I'm not going to pick Retugi. As far as I'm concerned, Retugi is average. He needs to show consistency. That's what Nigerians have failed to realize. When I say
Osimhen has been consistent. He's been consistent. He's been showing up.
He has not been consistent. See, I am not going to rate the Galatasaray. I'm not going to rate the Turkish league. I'm not. You can't force me.
There's something won against the defeated Liverpool this season in the Champions League.
I don't care. Everybody has beaten Liverpool.
Not
Brentford
everybody.
Liverpool now.
Not everybody.
Everybody has beaten Liverpool. Brentford beat
Arsenal.
Liverpool now.
How about Arsenal?
Crystal Palace has beaten Liverpool 3
Arsenal.
times this season. Yes, Arsenal has not. But everybody has beaten Liverpool now. Man, you beat Liverpool now. So what are you saying now?
You know, this is really funny because I think we Africans need to try to celebrate our own. That is what I think.
See,
And
Kenny, appreciate. Let's appreciate. I'm on your podcast now.
Yeah.
You can tell me, oh, he's a good pundit. He's one of the good guys around. Blah 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 blah. But the moment you call me, how do I put it now? It's a world-class pundit. Blah blah blah. You self, you will know you are overhyping me. Me self, I will know I'm overhyping you. Are overhyping me. I will know. Do you understand what I'm saying? It does not demean my ability. But I've not shown that consistency. Let us be sincere with ourselves. For Osimhen, I'm not saying he's a bad striker. I'm only saying he is not world class. He's not. I just mentioned to you when Harry Kane was playing for Tottenham Hotspur, Harry Kane consistently gave us over 20 goals. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
And he's gone to Bayern. He's still doing it. So Harry Kane has been scoring 20 plus goals now for almost 6 seasons. Consistent.
I just want to talk about what you said about you not being a world-class pundit, right? I mean, that comparison is just off for me because in Nigeria right now, of course, we know that there are a lot of top sport guys, but the fact that you don't get a chance to be on international scene doesn't mean that you're not good enough, right? So I'm not going to take that comparison. Do you get? So the thing is,
but you understand what I'm trying to say. I want that consistency, and don't go and do it in the Turkish league, because at the end of the day, now imagine how funny it is. The Turkish league is ranked 9th league in Europe, right? Yeah. So if he scores 40 goals, 40 league goals, and Haaland scores or Harry Kane scores 30 league goals, Harry Kane wins the golden shoe. What does that tell you?
The coefficient.
Yeah, it's because they don't rank the league. They look at the quality of players there and they say, oh no, it's easier to do this there. Yeah, oh no, you can score a hat-trick. That's what we are saying. Same thing was said of Gyökeres. He joined Arsenal. They said, oh, what he's been doing in the Portuguese Liga, he's not going to be able to do it in the Premier League. It doesn't take away Gyökeres' ability. Right? But the fact is that in the Premier League, you have better defenders. You have better managers. If I ask you now, mention 2 top managers in the Turkish league, I'm very sure you'll be scratching your head. If I say mention 5 top managers in La Liga, you give it to me straight up. If I say mention 7 top managers in the Premier League, it won't take you a minute to read it out. If I say mention top 5 managers in the Serie A, you give it to me. If I say mention just 2, even just 1 in the Turkish league, you'll be struggling.
I would struggle.
Okay.
Don't see.
Mention.
If you did not ask me the question.
Mention 2.
The coach of Galatasaray, Okan Buruk.
Oh, yeah, mention another one.
There is also Nuri Sahin.
Why did it take you so long to do it? Oh yeah, mention 5 top managers in the Premier League.
I mean, obviously, I can go on and on mentioning names, but I'm just trying to tell you that. See, the fact that the Turkish league doesn't have the same visibility that the Premier League has does not in any way drop the competition level in the Turkish league is there. Have you watched? When was the last time you watched a Turkish league game? I've watched Gala play against Fenerbahce. I've watched Gala play against what's the name of this other team now?
How many top clubs are in the Turkish league?
That is Galatasaray. That is Fenerbahce, Besiktas, Trabzonspor.
When was the when was the last time Besiktas played in the Champions League?
Because of our time. Because
When
of
was
our
the
time, we have to
when
go.
was the last time Besiktas
Do your
played?
research. Do your research.
There is nothing to
Do
research
your research.
about. There is nothing to research about, my brother. There is nothing to research about. You and I know the Turkish league is not any different from the Saudi Arabian league. That is where players that are tired or players that have become outcasts, rejects.
Okay, you know what? Let's talk about the CAF awards, right?
All right.
Osimhen, Mohamed Salah, Achraf Hakimi. Quick one. Who's going to win it? We have to go. Who's going to win it?
For me, I'll give it to Achraf Hakimi. What he did with because at least let us take the spotlight away from the strikers, the attackers. Is actually, you know, a breath of fresh air. We are talking about a right back scoring double figures, contributing almost 30 goals or thereabouts, and of course, he won it all. Won the Champions League, won the French League, won the Copa de France or something. You know, won the Super Cup. He's won it all. I would have considered Salah too, because I mean, what Salah did for Liverpool was phenomenal. But sadly, he won just the league. Nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, good.
Thank
you so much.
It was Achraf Hakimi that sent home Mohamed Salah. So
yeah, from the
Champions League. As for Mr. Osimhen, he plays in the lowest rung of the league when it comes to European league ladder. So there's something.
All right. I mean, thank you so much. And honestly, I can go on and on debating this with you, but because of our time, we have to pack our bags and leave. Thank you. We're going to be here again on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
All right. Special thanks to the real MVPs. That is you, the viewer.